This is a message from your guides reading for Still Awakening. And I have only pulled one crystal for your reading tonight, actually. This is nighttime. My lapis lazuli here. So throat chakra and well, lapis lazuli can also be for the third eye, but I just really feel throat chakra. I don't feel like I really need to say third eye because I feel like this is more having to do with the throat chakra. I feel like that's the reason that I drew it. I'm dropping my lid. Okay, so I just finished our group Patreon reading, so I still have the council's energy around pretty intensely. I'm also feeling a guide coming up here, so this energy is not feeling like a master guide. Does not feel like a primary guide either. But this is feeling like a close guide. This feels like a guide that is working with you on a continuous basis. So one of the guides that contracted with you. So in that sense, they are a primary guide. I just kind of have sort of names for different ones in a sense. So she's coming in. Now she's got some interesting energies here. Because on the one hand, I'm kind of feeling this more gentle, kind of loving kind of energy like this. Then on the other hand, I kind of feel almost this kind of fierce kind of energy. There's some protective energies here for sure. And definitely some healing kind of energies. I'm not exactly sure exactly which guide this is because on the one hand I almost want to say doorkeeper kind of guide. So okay, that's a name for that's a name I kind of picked up a long time ago in some class that I took a million years back. But this is basically representing a guide who works with you to open like your third eye and works with metaphysical things. There's kind of an energy like that, but I feel her doing other things as well. There's kind of a protective energy with her. So taking on the responsibility of protecting you in some ways, especially psychically. There's also some gentler energies coming in of a more kind of healing type of aspect coming in here. Now this is definitely not what I was expecting, and you'll know why I'm saying that, what I'm referring to here. I wasn't really expecting this guide to come in. I'm not sure if I've ever picked up on this guide before or not, or maybe I have, because she also feels a little bit familiar. Or maybe she's been standing around as well. I'm not sure. I've been reading you for a while, so I know different guides have come in. This is But usually when I'm sensing that type of thing, this kind of fierceness, and at the same time there's kind of this magical type of quality with it, I typically always say fairy with that type of specific energy that I'm sensing. But then this fierceness, there also feels like almost some kind of connection, I want to say, to Lyra as well. Sometimes those lion energies come in a little bit fiercely as well. And then there's also this connection to the Pleiades that's coming in with this guide. But I wasn't expecting this person to come through. But I'm figuring we know who this is from another reading that we recently did. So I am feeling a lot of energy all of a sudden on my hands. And she's pointing to your heart chakra. Okay, she's totally bringing up things that came through in this other reading. You know the one that I'm referring to. And kind of totally reminding me about some things like that, because I'm feeling some really intense energy coming in my hands. And she's showing me this kind of bright white energy, kind of like moonlight white, but at the same time like very bright, kind of like my lighting right now. Not the best lighting, but white like that. It's like really, really white. And kind of, or like selenite kind of white, but very, very bright. So almost like sun radiance kind of brightness, but with the same kind of moonlight color. That's how I want to describe that. And that would be more the accurate picture of how that's coming in. And she definitely feels, very balanced with masculine and feminine. She feels equally connected to sun and moon aspects going on here. And again, I feel her with night and day. There's both of these equally, but again, the energy really strong in the hands. And then she, this kind of reminds me of the tapping, but she came in with a very distinct picture because she's kind of hitting the heart more like this. It's not a tap she's not suggesting that you do that, but that's more what she's doing. It doesn't feel like a tap. It feels like a boom. And there's a lot of white, intense energy from her coming off of her her hand. Oh, there's something Native American coming in here all of a sudden as well. I don't know why I get a father energy with this. This feels almost like a father from a past life, but guiding you in this one. Okay, you've had a past life as a Native American. And, okay, wait a second here. Is this this is confusing. Because this is also almost feeling like a, another version of you, but then also feeling like your father. So what is, I need to figure out what's going on with that. This almost feels like, I almost want to say like a twin aspect or something, but it doesn't quite necessarily feel like the same thing as a twin flame. And usually those are opposite genders when they come in together in that way. But there is this feeling of this guide being very connected to your soul in some way. So able to have a life with you where they're seen as separate from you. But there's definitely some kind of soul connection there, like very intensely. I don't even want to say soul group kind of thing. It almost feels more like a soul mirroring kind of individual. Your soul is very much reflecting this person to the point that they're almost feeling like they are you, but you're still capable of having a life with them. So almost in a sense like a twin flame, but feeling a little bit different because this doesn't feel like a romantic type of thing like a twin flame vibration would. This is feeling more like, you know, I can come in as your uncle or your brother or sister, or I feel like they've typically been male with, I feel like they've always been male with you, actually. Not that they've only had lives as a male, but I feel like with you, they, most of the time anyway, they typically come in as a male guide, it feels like. And it does feel like some type of guiding figure. This is going to sound weird, but this almost feels like if somebody, okay, if I had like myself, right, almost guiding me, and so they're part of me, but almost like a guiding aspect of myself. And they can come into a life with me as another person in the same way that a twin flame could come into a life with me, and I can see this person and they're reflecting me, but at the same time, we're not the same in a way. We are separate in a way where we see one another. We're two different, total different aspects where we can have conversations, where we're looking at one another. But versus being a romantic partner kind of aspect of your soul, like a twin flame, this would be more like, you could think of like a father-mother type of aspect, but again, usually coming in as male, more like a guiding aspect of your soul is what this is feeling like. I've never had that come in a reading, I don't think. Or at least not in this specific way. I've never had somebody say that exact thing. I didn't really know that existed, but that's kind of, you know, handy. So that is all that your guides have to say for this reading. Thank you very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I truly hope that it benefits you. Namaste.